Hey everybody, and welcome back to our series on Dark Souls Remastered, where I had to stop because the level was not loading in any geometry whatsoever. I'm not entirely sure why that was the case, but hopefully we don't need to worry about that issue anymore. Let's see. There's like a couple of things I want to buy from the merchant guy, but I don't have the number of souls required for it at the moment. And I don't really want to, like, farm in this area, because it's not super necessary. So I might just go for the second boss, and we'll see how it goes. I did not know that when those enemies jump, they have... Ooh. They have hyper up. Right, so last I was going on about... I don't remember the last topic I was talking about in this game. So I guess we'll just, like, wing it and see how it goes. Seems the level geometry is back, though, so that's a good thing. I'm trying to, I guess, do this playthrough as vanilla-y as possible. Like, dude, that's what I love about Dark Souls, the first game at least, is there's a pretty big variety in where you can actively go. Made especially more so clear when you play with the Master's Key item as your starting gift, which is why I didn't start with it, because that is not normal. And sort of breaks the intended progression of the game. I say intended, but really the game is open to you from the start. But as we talked with the crestfallen warrior at the start of Firelink Shrine, he says a very specific pattern that we have, well, don't have to, but that's recommended to go to, which is to go up here, oh my goodness, to the Undead Burg, ring the bell at the top, then proceed down to the depths to Blighttown, and ring the second bell of awakening. That's the recommended pathway, and it's the pathway I'm going to take just because it's the most straightforward and easiest. So might as well. Doing a... Huh. I might as well do a more vanilla type playthrough, which is good because it's been years since I played this game. There's no harm in it. Ooh, I just got soft humanity. There's two methods of gaining humanity in this game. When we talk to the cleric, or no, it was the crestfallen guy. Let's take care of this guy. Dang it. Here's a... Oh my goodness, my pairing is bad. Right here's a Black Knight who let me backstab him. And the Black Knights are the resurrected warriors of the King Gwyn, who we saw in the intro. As in the ones that took on the ancient dragons after gaining the first flame. And sprinkled throughout the game are these Black Knight dudes who protect things. I'm not sure there's too much significance to their location most of the time. I mean, definitely in some places they are important and relevant to the plot, but they just seem like aimless wanderers a lot of the time. Did not get the rare drop from this time. I put that. But we'll be seeing a lot more of them. They have very good weapons, good armor. They're very easy to parry. Dang it. I thought I rolled through it. Oh, goodness. I am quite rusty. Just need to be more patient again. It's funny, you'd think, like... I've been playing a lot of Monster Hunter, which I'm so glad got super popular, because Monster Hunter is one of my favorite series. And I feel like Monster Hunter World's success really came from the fact that it was... we're living in a post-Dark Souls world, where challenge and the like is... Oh my goodness, can I not kill this crystal lizard? Yeah, you want to kill these crystal lizards because they give you rare drops for upgrading a weapon. Anyway, yeah, so Monster Hunter World, most successful Capcom game ever. It exists, and it probably did so well because we're living in a post-Dark Souls era. Because Dark Souls did a lot for, you know, popularizing the notion of difficult, fair games. And Monster Hunter's always been that. It's an older series than the Souls games, but just had very deliberate, slow combat, healing where you're stuck in one place, big boss types. I mean, the game is a boss rush. Well, not boss rush, it's a game where you fight big monsters and hunt them constantly. So each hunt is effectively a boss fight. But those skills I've gotten from playing Monster Hunter are lost on me at the moment. And when you go from Souls game to Souls game, it's pretty much the same. Sometimes it's hard. I do want to spend all these souls. I'll just spend this one. It's hard readjusting. Like when I played Bloodborne, I went to Dark Souls 2. Ooh, I was terrible at that game. And Dark Souls does feel quite different, to be fair. Oh my goodness, I have absolutely no stamina. I like this Y-hander. Oh. It's just a fun weapon. Long reach, good damage. Definitely need to get more stamina though, because sitting with the stamina that I have is not that great. Ooh. Come on. I figured I'd at least go over here and spend the souls to buy the bottomless. I forget. I wanted to buy one of the boxes from this guy.
Oh, still keeping your marbles all together? Then go ahead. Don't be a nitwit. Never hurts to splurge when your days are numbered.
I just love the characterization. It's just fun. Yeah, I'm picking this. I don't really need a repair toolbox.
Oh, come back soon.
But a bottomless box where I can just dump junk. Because I'm going to get a lot of repeats on armor and weaponry. Would rather not keep them on my personage. I'll heal up, and then we can go for the first boss fight. I know getting invaded is like a big part of the first playthrough, but I usually like doing that for a second playthrough. Oh my goodness. My first playthrough of every Souls game, it's always been not an offline experience, but a solo experience. Like, I don't usually like summoning NPCs or people. That's not that I have anything against it. It's just I've always preferred, oh my goodness, a more solo focused experience. At least I got the bloodstains and the messages. That's a big part of the game. And it's sad when I'm going to go back to Demon Souls, which I can't really record on this channel unless I buy a capture card. I mean, I could try using the PS3 emulator, but I doubt my computer's strong enough to handle that. But I guess I think I'm getting ahead of myself. I should finish one playthrough first before going. But at least I know I'm familiar with this game. And it should be okay. Yeah, if I had the master key, I could just walk down there and we'd encounter our friend Havel the Rock, which is an NPC I will show you guys later. But first things first, we have to encounter the bull demon that we were warned about. To make this fight especially quick. No, I'd rather... I guess I'll encounter it first. There he is. I'm glad the geometry's not been broken. That would have made this a really awkward situation. Yeah, Taurus. Oh. Oh no! I did not actually expect to die there. That was a waste of a gold pine resin. Guess I'm not gonna use it next fight. Inside I did. Okay, I was cocky there, and I think that's my first death. Oh, that was a stupid fight. That didn't need to happen either. Alright, alright. I'm fat rolling too. Of course I am. I'm using it as a Y-hander. What am I, stupid? Time to start removing gear. Still fat rolling? I'm still fat rolling. Oh my goodness. Maybe I should not use this. Check. This. Am I still fat rolling? Okay, I'm fast rolling there. Okay, I guess I will be completely naked for this. Just let us go. Yeah, like I said in the first video, the difference in rolling speeds affects your iframes. And fast rolling like this, you have by far the most iframes. And mobility, and freedom to dodge. All that good stuff. But I gotta pump some points into endurance, I think it is. I died up here. Yeah, again, look, the fog wall is for the bosses. And they're barriers that have no real explanation in the Souls games other than it was in Demon Souls, so we might as well use it in this one as well. But there's no specific lore rationale for why they're here, as far as I know. I keep wanting to come in, so... Pancake them. Don't you love my hollow character? Butt cheeks. That was my attempt at singing along with this. I'll show a bit off the actual fight, but while you can, there's no harm in taking advantage of a plunging attack to do half of its health. And he's stunned. It's almost dead. Do I stun him with every single strong attack? Wow. He's dead. That was a Taurus demon. It's really not too hard. I say as I died on my first attempt of him. Yeah, there we go. This Taurus gone. I'm half tempted to go back to the other... Oh, no, there's a shortcut, never mind. We can progress. We defeated the boss. At least the first blockage towards the Bell of Awakening. At the top of the Undead Burg. Ah, yes. Again, look, I love the fact that the game is designed to make you look at, you know, the skybox, the skyline. This light is presented in a way that was very similar to the start of the game where Oscar was presented, where you get the Estus Flask. And here, look at this beautiful light. You have the most famous character in Dark Souls. I would say. Our friend here, Solaire.
Ah, hello. You don't look hollow.
I mean,
far from it.
Are you sure?
I am Solaire of Astora, an adherent of the Lord of Sunlight. Now that I am undead, I have come to this great land, the birthplace of Lord Gwyn, to seek my very own son. You find that strange? Well, you should. No need to hide your reaction. I get that look all the time.
I love Solaire. He's the embodiment of jolly cooperation. He's a very positive character in a land filled with darkness, in a dying world. But this man has come to this dying land and undead to search for his purpose in life. To find his own son.
Oh, aha. So I didn't scare you.
I mean, have you looked at me?
If you have a moment.
Yeah.
The way I see it, our fates appear to be intertwined. In a land brimming with hollows, could that really be mere chance? So what do you say? Why not help one another on this lonely journey?
Yeah.
This pleases me greatly. Well then, take this. We are
Yay.
amidst strange beings in a strange land. The flow of time itself is convoluted, with heroes centuries old phasing in and out. The very fabric wavers, and relations shift and obscure. There's no telling how much longer your world and mine will remain in contact. But use this to summon one another as spirits, cross the gaps between the worlds, and engage in jolly cooperation. Of course, we are not the only ones engaged in this, but I am a warrior of the sun. Spot my summon signature easily by its brilliant aura. If you miss it, you must be blind.
So that the explanation that he gives here, that the time is convoluted and the worlds are merged, it's a kind of hand wave all explanation for a bunch of different things in the lore of Dark Souls, but it works, so I can't really complain. And so the item that we got allows you to be summoned into other players' world and help them fight their bosses and go on their adventures in jolly cooperation. And yeah, he's part of the Warriors of the Sun Covenant, which we can join in a bit.
Oh, hello there. I will stay behind to gaze at the sun. The sun is a wondrous body, like a magnificent father. If only I could be so grossly incandescent.
It's a bit sad. This is his goal, to be a shining beacon of hope and light, and he just wants to be like that. And there's a lot of theory and speculation to do with the lore, which was confirmed and deconfirmed in Dark Souls 3, but, you know, Solaire's a good buddy. A good guy. Honest, trustworthy, just. And we'll leave him to his own devices while we progress forwards in our story. Now, I'm going to put on armor for a sec. Oh my goodness, this fat roll. It also affects... Okay, mid-rolling, that's fine. I just need to be armored for this point. Because look at this bridge. It's got burns. Gonna make it? Nope, but didn't do that much damage, so it's fine. So that big old Drake is right over here. Doing his own thing. Enjoying life. Perched atop the castle. But that's okay. Now here, I have very, very good memories of this spot specifically, because the very first time I played Dark Souls, that area there is where I first got invaded, and I can remember it very clearly. Fun times. Alright. Down we go. I'm just glad the geometry's not broken. I can become naked again. Put on these Zweihande. Run down here. I'm gonna buy the box. I mean, it's 3,000, but I like collecting everything. Again, I'm like a hoarder in this game. I want to have one of everything. But while I'm here, I'm also...
Oh, there you are. Still keeping him. Then go ahead. Never hurts.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. See, even Solaire. Every character in this game, NPC-wise, has a very unique laugh. And it tells you a lot about their characterization. Like, this guy's a sneaky peddling merchantman, so he's got that sort of laugh that you'd expect. Or buy a bow. also buy a bunch of large arrows. No standard arrows. I like 50 of them, I think. Yeah, let's buy 50 of them.
Thank you kindly.
Yeah, so there's that guy. And then Solaire has a nice, warm, friendly laugh. The crestfallen guy seems like he hates life. He has a reflective laugh. Do that. But we'll see a lot more different characters. I almost died. Present themselves in how? In very unique ways. Endurance, just to make sure. Yeah, equipment load. I need way more equipment load. Just so I can start equipping more things. Because I can't remember the exact percentage that you need to be under to do fast roll. Like right now I'm equipping 10 of 55. And it's like, what, 20%? I think I have to be... has to be below... No, I can still fast roll that. I guess it's below 25% you can fast roll. So I'm not fully naked. I can have pants, which I'm happy with. Totally cool with that. And now... I'm gonna do something super cheesy. Is that a... So what this means is, I have been invaded by a Gravelord Serpent, but I don't actually get any of the repercussions of it because I'm not New Game Plus. If I was in New Game Plus, there'd be a lot harder enemies in these areas. Really bad monsters I'd have to deal with. It'd just be a bad time overall. But... Dang it. But I'm not in New Game Plus, so I don't have to worry about it. Or all of those things. Yeah, I don't even have enough stamina to just swing after this big pancaking. Okay, so what I want to do... I'm not going to use the weapon, but... let's see. This, equip this. Is I'm going to... Here, I think. I'm going to shoot its tail off. In the Souls games, well, at least in this Souls game, you get a weapon by shooting off the tail of various... shooting and or cutting off the tails of various monsters. Including the Drake. That's what I'll be doing. It shouldn't take too long, I hope. I don't rightly know how many shots I need to do for this. But I might as well go for... What the heck hit me? I'm kind of sad they didn't bring that mechanic back in later games. Because there's like unique weapons that you could get from cutting off like dragon's tails and stuff. I don't know how he's clipping into me. Like he's just smacking me from above. I know I'm definitely doing damage to him. Person doing the same thing as me? No. Not being a cheese. Boy. Come on. I honestly don't know how long it takes to do this. It's been that long since I last played this and did this cheesy strat, because every subsequent playthrough has been me, you know, playing through the game normally. But in this, I'm also gonna... it won't be recorded, but when I play this, I'll go for all the achievements, because I like getting achievements for things that... for games that I really enjoy. Oh, might as well. Really? What keeps smacking me? I don't know what or how he's able to smack. There we go. That's exactly what I wanted. Okay. So now that that cheesy part's done. No longer... Like, this is a really strong sword, because it's not only very physically strong, I think it's stronger than the Zweihander. Yeah, it's stronger than the Zweihander. It also does fire damage inherently. So it does a lot of damage. Now. Okay. So this means that a Gravelord Serpent around my level has infected the worlds of 3 other people. I can touch this and fight said Gravelord Serpent and purge the worlds of the other 3 people. But I sort of don't want to do that right now, and I want to continue playing the game. I can let somebody else handle it. It's their job. I have a Drake to kill. I don't know how long it's gonna take, because I'm never very good at fighting this Drake. But I guess we'll see. Also, I don't really want to risk invading, or having someone invade my world only for them to hack it. Because there's something of a problem with hackers at the moment in this game. That just instantly kills me. There's a way to bring the Drake down, and that's what I want to do to kill it, but I don't recall the best methodology of doing it. I think it's just like arrow it and then it comes down. And then I can smack it a couple times. But my memory on this is vague. And I am stubborn. So I'd like to take care of the dragon. Or Drake, rather. He's not a real dragon. That's a thing that I keep forgetting. Okay. Then I can use this to run. I guess that was not that bad, to be honest. And here's what I wanted to do. Oh boy. Okay. Thing is, that doesn't get rid of the Drake. I still have to deal with it. There's so many Gravelords. What the heck? But for now, I'm free to get these items. This is the big one here. Claymore? Claymore is such a good weapon. And I'll show you the pathway I could have taken otherwise. No, actually, I will equip the Claymore for... I'll equip the Claymore until I have more endurance and strength. Until I can one-hand the Claymore is pretty much what I want. And here we go. Doesn't let me do anything? Really? Is there a requirement to do this? Well, this is meant to be where you join this the what's it called? Warriors of the Sun Covenant. This broken statue representing the unnamed son of Lord Gwyn, forgotten and cast out. Oh, looking at this now, it really does. They really did take this design line when they did the unnamed king in the third game. But yeah, that's the one that Solaris part of, and where you cooperate with other players in the game. That's stupid. The reason why I took so much damage in that was because there's a counterattack. It attacked while I was attacking, and so did way more damage. Now, up here is another one of those Black Knights. Just chilling. Ow. That's why you have the heater shield, folks. Weird no parry sound. But yeah, this... Oh! Dang it. He tracked me when I was rolling. That's my bad. But yeah, that guy's using the Black Knight's Greatsword, I think? It's Ultra Greatsword, rather. The first one that I thought was using the Black Sword. And I'm not, again, I'm like not entirely sure why they're placed where they are. Other than just being sentries. Wait. No, did I not sit down at that other bonfire? I hope the Drake is gone. I don't really want to have to faff about with the... Oh, Drake's gone. Sweet. Drake is here again. I heard the fire. Okay, I guess I'm gonna have to force it down again. It's fine. I'm just gonna sit down here, because that'll reset it. Ow. It should be right above me. No? Well, I sat down. I can go get my souls and hopefully fight off the Black Knight again. Let's see. They're easy enough to backstab. Oh no, not when there's multiple of them though. I mean, multiple guys attacking me. Like, I really don't want to deal with multiple guys. Oh, he got me as I was falling. Bad luck? No, that's my fault. I could have controlled for the fact that an enemy was following me, but I didn't. Well, I paid the price. Which is fine. Okay, you're not gonna follow me. I hope. Second. I want us to be able to survive. Whoa. It did follow me. What? So why did that one follow me? Because it didn't when I was going up the stairs. I'm gonna kill that. I don't want it to block my path off. Okay. You, sir, are rude and shouldn't have followed me. Shouldn't have. Okay. Let's try that again. Round, like, 3, I think. 3 or 4. I should have known something was up. Yeah, see, I can hear them moving. Ouch. Can I just stab you for a second then heal? It's a very useful strategy to just move in for a backstab. I'm not super confident in my ability to parry that. Keeps doing it too. They're a bit better at tracking behind you now than I remember them being. I deserve that. I'm wondering why I'm not getting the parry sounds for that. I won't question it, but almost there. Almost there. Dang it. That was too slow on my part. Ask for that. Oh my goodness, no! That's a slower parry. Ooh. Almost. Almost. There we go. Ooh, that was a bit scary. Didn't get me a weapon, though. I'd like to get at least one of the Black Knight weapons on this playthrough. But at the very end, you can farm for them. But getting one through a playthrough, while I won't use it, is good to have. So 3 strength. And then I'll pump into endurance eventually. But for now, I'll get to the next bonfire and call it an episode, because these episodes, I think, are decently long. But that's kind of what happens when you play Dark Souls. You just get immersed. And as you saw, there's a big piglet over there, armored, wants to kill me. Which is great. But I'm going to clear this upper area first. I don't get pelted by arrows repeatedly. It's very nice that while backstabbing you have complete iframes and you don't need to worry about taking damage. It's used to great effect in some games when you're in the middle of a parry or riposte backstab attack. That... What the heck? Wow, he had iframes too in his backstab. Impressive. Yeah, there's a big old pig. Okay. Now, what you can probably imagine you can do is draw the pig into the big old fire. Because he's got this big old frame. Ooh. Flag there. That's for straight up goring you. Whoa, counter damage, counter damage. Ow! It's there. Okay. Now, pig. Didn't expect him to make a beeline for me. Or he can also just kind of stab in the butt a couple times. That's a perfectly valid option too. Ooh, wait, am I still alive? Wow. Give me a sec. I didn't... can I backstab? Oh, there we go. Pig is dead? Pig is definitely not dead. Pig is almost dead, though. There we go. Pig is now dead. And will no longer respawn. Yeah, I got his helmet too. Fantastic. Can't use it, it's too heavy, but it'll make me fat roll, I think. See, it'll make me mid roll. If I wasn't using a shield, I could probably use it. Can be pantsless boar man? I can. Okay, fine. I'll be pantsless boar man. That'll be for me until I got more endurance. Which I might invest in more? What is following me? I can't interact with this bonfire because something is following me. What is following me? Hello? For some reason, that's making me way more paranoid than normal. Because there should not be anything right now stopping me from interacting with that bonfire, but clearly there is. It's not these guys, because they don't do anything. Now I can do it. Weird. Okay, one more into endurance. I just want pants, to be honest. Yeah. Still can't do it yet. Actually, since I'm just using the shield for primarily burying, might as well go for a lighter shield. Oops, still fat and mid-rolling. Is a wooden shield lighter? Still not. I'm gonna take the shield off for now. I mean the boar helm. I'd rather have pants than have head. Because I have principles. And if you keep wondering what the bell in the background is, it's a sign that people have beat the boss up there and rung the first bell of awakening. I don't know if that's the case for the ringing of the second bell, if it does the ringing route, but for the most part I think it's representative of the one at the top. See, that guy ran away because he brings you into what is effectively a little ambush. Okay. Honestly, it brings me happiness to hear the bell ring repeatedly over time, because it just shows this game has been revitalized. And I've never played the game in its heyday with constant messages, constant bell ringing, and lots of bloodstains. But, you know, it's nice. Mystery key. That is related to an... What the? NPC that we encounter later. But we're pretty soon to the next month. And the funny thing is, you could have gone a completely different way to get to this point. If you had the Master's Key. And yet, both are perfectly valid. Again, I just didn't take the Master's Key because taking that restricts, or not restricts, it does the opposite of restricting. But I'd like to go the natural preferred pathway for my first playthrough on this channel. Maybe if I do like challenge runs or something again when replaying this, I'll do something different. I think this is also the first time we encounter Balder Knights. Yep, there he is. These guys are a lot tougher in comparison to the normal undead enemies we've been facing, because they retain a lot of their their fighting stance and style. Like, look at their swag armor and cape. They, like, look like warriors. They even have their own fighting stance. That one did not seem to want to put up a fight, though, so I'm not sure why. The sounds of footsteps are very pervasive in this game, too. Okay. Yeah, the best way to... Oh, I forgot. This is a very thin hallway, so having a shield and a spear is more beneficial to him. It always surprised me when you see NPCs bring out their Estus class, and you have to remember it was a thing all undead crave and enjoy. It's not just a player character that benefits from an Estus. Still a Comparia. Very satisfying. I'll go unlock the gate first. Oh, it's never was closed? I hope this is not a visual glitch, because I thought last time I went through here, this gate was... There we go, it was a visual glitch. I'm like, come on, that thing is closed. Some weird loading errors. I'm not entirely sure why it does that, but there we go. Now the gate is open. If we ever want to go easily back and forth through that area. The halberd? Yeah. There's 3 Baldur Knights in there that I don't want to bother with. I'm just going to go take the side way. Meet a friendly old man. And save. And stop for there. Stop for... There's so many Gravelords! Wow! I did not expect the Gravelords of all Covenants to be this active. Then again, when I played, I only ever had to deal with Gravelords like twice. Because it was not exactly the most popular Covenant. The Invasion Covenant was definitely the most popular. Or just people putting down dual signs to, you know, fight. That's impressive. Okay, now we go to see Old Man. Friendly old man, sorry. Yeah, based on the sound, there's the first bell we have to get to. We just go up through the church and then deal with things. And it's a good time. As you can hear, there's an anvil going. A lovely bonfire to keep us company. Sit here. Won't level up, actually. Hey, somebody has a boarhound too. Gonna take a quick detour here to introduce you to another NPC that I really like. Such a happy guy. Mr. Marshmallow... Mr. Michelin Man.
Forgive me. I was absorbed in thought. I am Siegmeyer of Katarina. Quite honestly, I've run flat up against a wall. Or a gate, I should say. The thing just won't budge, no matter how long I wait. And oh, have I waited. So here I sit, in quite a pickle, weighing my options, so to speak.
Siegmeyer of Katarina. Such a jolly fellow. In such annoying circumstances. See his face? And as you saw in the conversation that I was having, you can see his face. Kind of. Somebody else defeated the Gravelord, and now all the dangers that were meant to be in this world if I was in New Game Plus are gone.
Still closed. Still closed.
Poor Onion Knight. He's colloquially known as the Onion Knight, and everyone loves him.
Still closed.
He's just a jolly fellow, stuck in a very unjolly world. A bit like Solaire. Now we shall go downstairs and meet Mr. Friendly Old Man.
Well, you must be a new arrival. I'm Andre of Astora. If you require smithing, then speak to me.
Hello, Andre.
Most weapons and armor are mighty sturdy indeed, but every hunk of metal has its breaking point. If you notice durability running low, it's time to repair. You can ask a blacksmith like myself, or do it on your own with a grindstone. The nice thing about weapons, they never betray you, so pay them a little respect, eh? There are two types of weapon forging. There's reinforcement and there's ascension. Reinforcement is simple. It strengthens the weapon and nothing more. A simple task for any blacksmith. Hell, you could even do it yourself with a smith box. But ascension's a finer art. It alters a weapon's properties. Ascension is the territory of we blacksmiths. A smith box just won't do the trick. Start out with reinforcement. When that loses its charm, you can consider ascension. As you've noticed, this land is flush with the mad and wicked. You won't make it through the night without employing my services. You can forge armor just like you do weapons. Forging armor is even easier than forging weapons. Whether you forge weapons or armor first, well, that's up to you. But nobody wants to see you go hollow. So whatever you do, you'd better do it well. But nobody wants to see you, so whatever you do.
Good old Andre. He's a really nice fellow, and obviously very important to the fact that he's the main one who can upgrade all your weapons, your armor, and the like. So he's a very important person to have on your side. While I am here, I don't think I have any Titanite shards, but I'm going to buy... Yeah, look. You can tell the Drake Sword is very different, because everything else costs, like, what, 200 to upgrade, and then you need a special item for the Drake Sword, and it costs 10,000. But for now, I think I'm going to buy one Titanite shard and upgrade this Zweihander, because I'm still going to be using that primarily. Weapon. Zweihander. Oh, I was using the longsword, not the claymore. No wonder. The Zweihander. There we go.
Don't get yourself killed. Neither of us want to see you go hollow.
What a friendly man. And now, while here, I'm going to go fight this thing. Which at this point in the game you definitely are not meant to be fighting. Ow. But I'm stubborn. And these are very interesting demons whose lore I'm not fully familiar with. I'll kill one and read the lore of it. That is if I can. I may not be able to. This is just gonna be an attempt. If I die like a couple times, I'm just gonna stop. But throughout the game, there are wandering demons. They'll look like this. They have no head. Not good. And they walk around the land of Lordran, blocking paths. And what they give you upgrades certain weapons, and you can't upgrade them otherwise. It's kind of stuck in the geometry a bit. I will say this game is a lot darker than the first Dark Souls, which is funny, given the name. Wow, he really is stuck in the geometry. Shouldn't have done that. He's almost dead, though. Ugh. One more time, one more time. I was close, I was close. And I'm overly stubborn again. I almost got him, though. Super close. And I'm just up above, so I don't need to run very. Oh man. Let me get my souls, please. I'm playing this fight real bad. Like, whenever he jumps is... I'm not entirely sure how to avoid that attack, if I'm being honest. The game froze up for a bit. Last time. If not, that'll be the end of the episode. Just want to beat him, though. Okay. Here we go again. I don't know why I keep getting hit by something. I'm trying unlock camera because usually it's easier to do a lot of things with unlock camera. Almost there. Oh boy. I'm not gonna risk it. He's on the weird geometry again. Actually, might be to my benefit that he was on the weird geometry, but... Don't actually know if that's... I think that's a grab, but I don't think I've ever been hit by it. I say as I get hit by it the next time. Does it? No! Oh my goodness. I gotta heal. I don't want to risk getting hit one more time. Come on. Wow. Talk about a whiff. Yay! Okay. I didn't want to end the episode on a bad note. So let's go up to the bonfire, level up. I'll read the Demon Titan Knight just to refresh my understanding of its lore. And call it an episode. A really long episode at that. But I think these Dark Souls playthroughs are, episodes are probably going to be decently long. Right. So, Special Titanite stolen from a faceless stone beast known as a Titanite demon. When the nameless blacksmith deity passed from several slabs, great beasts arose. The power of Titanite remains within them, and they still roam Lordran today. So yeah, there's a blacksmith deity, which may or may not be tied to Andre, because Andre is a blacksmith character that appears in the third game for some reason. And there's a demon Titanite right next to him, drawn to him perhaps. Or maybe he's just drawn to blacksmiths in general. Regardless, strange being, it's taken care of. We're near the first Bell of Awakening, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.